Hello, good evening. This is going to be a real quick video. Video 909, I think. A little bit of a speed bump. I talked with my mom a little bit today about some of the things that's been going on in my life lately. And, my mom's terrific. She's 74 years old. But I'm not necessarily sure what I expected. But when I shared with her some of the things I've been experiencing the last couple of weeks, to be more specific, the ongoing political onslaught. So and so passes anti-transgender bill. Anti-transgender bill makes it out of committee. Blah 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 blah. Some of my frustration at, I'm going to say, the lack of concern or care even by people that I know. When you say that, your legislature's got, like in Indiana, here we have 3 bills. I'm not sure what I expect from people. It's like having a very specific hobby or something. I fly drones. That's a good example. The FCC right now has got a thing against regulating where you can fly drones. Okay, I don't know if you knew that or not. And so right now there's kind of within the drone pilot community, there's a bit of a talk about, what happens if, let's say, the state says that you have to get a certain license to fly drones or planes or RC stuff. It's a hobby that's very focused, very narrow banded. And so I could say, can you believe the FCC wants to pass this? Please, everybody, call your senator. Tell them to not support this ban or to support the ban, depending on what you feel. I can kind of not really see doing it. But on the same hand, or on a different hand, if you have another hand, it's almost like it'd be a sign of friendship. Hey, yeah, I don't fly drones, but I can understand that, this is something you enjoy doing. What can I do? It might take 1 or 2 minutes out of your day, 5 minutes. Shoot your senator an email. I'm against Proposition 31, whatever. So to a degree, I can see somebody not really caring. And I could also see somebody caring, depending on how much time they have in their day. But like with my mom, I guess what I wanted to hear from her was, good for you for standing up for yourself. And I support you. I support you. Tomorrow I'm going to call my state senator in Utah. That's where my mom lives. And I'm going to tell them, I have a transgender daughter and they need to look out for transgender people. That's what I wanted to hear. My mom's retired. She doesn't have a job. How much would a 5-minute phone call to her senator, her state senator? I guess the Equality Act would be another good one. why can't my mom say, I'm going to call my state senator and ask them to pass the Equality Act? But that wasn't my mom's response. My mom's response was basically a "don't be gay" statement. Why do you want to attract attention to yourself? Why can't you just accept things the way they are? That was kind of the message I got. And it's hard to convey the idea that you're transgender and there's a group of people that are actively trying to take away your civil liberties, your civil rights, and it should make your parents upset. You know what I mean? Like, that would be my thing. Like, if my state had a rule against my daughter, I would be on the phone, I would be writing letters, I would be doing everything I could for my child, you know? And so maybe I'm a little bit saddened, you know. Like I said, the response was not good for you. I'm proud of you for standing up for who you are and what you believe in. The response was, why do you have to make waves? Can't you just live and accept? And it's like, you want to say, but there's a problem. There's something wrong. It's not a matter that, it's not like it's an option for me. I am the way I am. I'm transgender. I can't stop this. I can't put it on hold. And much to what she said, don't think about it. And you're like, how can I not think about it? How can I not, how can you not be affected when the people that are out to get to pass laws against you, they want to make your existence illegal? They want to make your existence a crime. So that's some things for me to think about, I guess. But I'm kind of curious to see what'll happen the next couple of weeks, if anything, and maybe some of my issues will go away or be addressed. But like I said, why can't you just accept the way things are? If it was anybody other than my mom, I'd be like, why aren't you helping to defend me? Why aren't you standing up for me? Why aren't you looking out for me? And we talked a little bit. And she said, well, why is it so important that you share your situation? And I said to her, well, Mom, I'm willing to bet you a Coke that you didn't know that the state of Indiana 2 weeks ago passed an anti-transgender bill. And she said, no, I didn't know that. I said, okay, why don't you know that? Because nobody gives a shit. But I said, so my question to you is, I said, next year, when there's a presidential election and your state senators or your for the election cycle, I said, let's say that you just vote for a certain candidate because they have the word Republican after their name, and you don't know that they're the ones that sponsored the anti-transgender bill. Or you don't know that they voted for the anti-transgender bill. I said, and inadvertently, because you didn't know about it, you are going to, in fact, give them confirmation that they did the right thing by passing a law against transgender people. I said, so I guess my question is, now that you know, what are you going to do? I said, maybe that's something to think about. I said, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but you may, without thinking about it, actually help pass laws against me, against the passage of a equity act, without even knowing it. I said, so really being aware, bringing awareness is really what I want to do now. I said, it's not, if someone says it's a problem because you're standing up for yourself, I really wonder who has ownership of that problem. If someone has a problem with you saying my rights are being violated, I'm sitting here going, are you my friend? Do you know me? Do you care about me? I mean, and I hate for that to sound selfish, but like I said, my parents, my mom and my stepdad, both, I think my stepdad is 81. My mom is, 74. They're liable to just vote Republican because that's what they've been doing for the last 20 years. And, I would love to find a Republican that doesn't hate gay people. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like, how do you break centuries of just voting one way because that's the way you've always done it? And how wide do you, maybe that's just my age and my stage, I want to know where the candidate stands on transgender rights, obviously, but where do they stand on equality? Where do they stand on raising the minimum wage? I mean, I guess I'm in a point of, I won't exactly say political activism, but at least awareness. And my mom is not. Despite her having way more free time than I do, I'm not going to say I'm envious of her, but, her, her welfare and her civic liberties are not in jeopardy of being taken away. So, it's almost like living in denial, or, la la la, everything's wonderful because I say it is. And I'm not going to let negativity into my, not negativity in my life, but I'm going to continue to live in this silo that's, removed. And of course they're retired, and, they likely would continue to vote one way because they've always voted that way. In the case of Republicans that want to do away with Social Security, that's their retirement. You know what I mean? I mean, well, depends on their investments, I suppose, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be detrimental to their own well-being if they continue to vote the way they've been voting. Let alone it doesn't help me out in my plight. And so, like I said again, I think that's the thing that I guess just drives me nuts at the moment is, you know, I can do the most I can do, but this this war against transgender people, it's not going to be transgender people that make the difference. It's the people in the middle. You know, we can only say, help us so much. You know, we can definitely get our word out there, but it's the people in the middle that are going to swing this one way or the other, you know. And if they don't really care about the issues, you know, and they've always voted Republican, they're going to continue to vote Republican, you know what I mean? So, anyway, that's it. Just kind of sad, not necessarily sad. I'm just kind of like going, you know, it's just the state of the whole. I don't know what can you expect from your friends? You know, what can you expect from your friends? I don't know, babies. I don't know. But anyway, that's it. That's my story. So, luckily, I've got a couple hours here just to myself. I can just kind of recharge for the week ahead. But until next time, bye bye. Good luck. Good luck in being your authentic self.